first time a girl gets her first period, she realized that her blood was suddenly floating. She fell into the bathroom in a panic, but inadvertently manipulated the blood. She cut her mom's artery. The girl was stunned. Her father rushed to ask her about it. Facing her father's questioning and the guilt in her heart, the girl was completely devastated, but she didn't expect anything worse. The blood on the floor blew her father to pieces. It's a bloodbath triggered by a teenage monarch. But what's even more saddening is, this bloody scene was coincidentally watched by her young sister. The girl's name is Mary. Because her parents were influenced by the idol Superman 7, she was injected with Compound 5 at a young age. She didn't realize that at the age of 12, she was orphaned by the power to control her blood. She was orphaned. Since then, she was sent to the Red River Institution, which manages juvenile delinquents with superpowers, until she became an adult. Or like most people, they'll be caught as monsters in an adult rehab center. Or they'll work their way up, or you can work your way up and enroll in Godolphin University, where superheroes are trained, one heaven or hell. It wasn't a hard choice for Mary. He never stopped practicing his powers, dreaming of one day. She dreamed of one day becoming the first black woman on the Super 7. After working so hard, Mary finally received an offer from Columbia University. This is the only university in the United States for teenage superpowers since 1965. It's been training the best and brightest young heroes. There are only two programs at the school. One is the Crimson Countess School of the Arts, where superpowered people can study performing arts. The other is the Lamplighters Against Sin Academy. The top 10 superheroes all came from this program, including Queen Misuzu, Trainwreck, and Deepak. They all became great city protectors. This handsome Schwarzenegger lookalike. This is Luke, the school's top-ranked golden boy. Today is Mary's first day as a freshman. He's very new to all of Columbia. There's a senior who's been delivering announcements invisibly. There's a girl who opens her mouth and sticks out a lizard's tongue. And even more amazing, her roommate. She's an internet sensation with the ability to shrink. Hey, I'm Emma. As soon as Emma recovered, she couldn't wait to drag Mary to the gym, because during the training of the elite children, her body would burn through her underwear. So the girls took the opportunity to see the schoolboy's entire body. Going up and down is the most popular social event of the season, but Golden Boy has been having a hard time lately. He doesn't know why. He often dreamt of an eerie forest. Soon Golden Boy was in the center of the field. Today's match seemed to be a close one, but when Golden Boy first stepped onto the field, like a sea cucumber on fire, it didn't take long for the opponent to get confused. The last blow, he even pulled his opponent's arms off, but the audience wasn't worried, because the big man's superpower can quickly repair his body. At that moment, Mary realized that the classes she'd chosen for her major was not on her schedule. This is a mandatory course to enter the Fight Crime Academy. Mary wanted to ask the professor for clarification, but she was stopped by a young assistant at the door. She happened to be Jordan, the second highest ranked student at the academy. She said Mary's application had been rejected. Suddenly, the office door was thrown open. The professor raised his gun and fired. Jordan not only blocked the bullet, Jordan not only deflected the bullet, but also changed her gender instantly. At this point, Mary couldn't afford to be surprised. She had to seize the opportunity to fight for herself. But the professor smiled a little. He gave a chilling answer. It was dark on Mary's way back to the dormitory. It seemed a long way from her dream. Suddenly, a boy ran out the front door in a hurry. The heavily armed security guards were unable to stop him. Even the car in front of him was flipped over. Mary saw it. Mary turned her blood into a rope and tripped the boy, but the security guards attacked him again. The boy became extremely agitated. He was screaming at the top of his lungs, "Not going back to the fucking woods!" Before the words left my mouth, the garbage can suddenly crashed into me. Luckily, another male student stepped in to help. Then all the security guards swarmed. The boy was subdued with drugs. The boy was put in a dark room. The next day, one of the students from last night's incident approached us. He said his name was Andre. He asked Mary to sneak out for the night. He was accompanied by the Golden Boy and his girlfriend, and Jordan. Mary never dreamed she'd be hanging out with the top 3 students in school. That she'd be hanging out with one of the top 3 students in her school. Although he was still a little nervous, he was persuaded by his roommate, Emma. He finally dressed up for the trip, and that's how they got to know each other. They went to the Supersonic 7's tower to talk. Mary and Golden Boy talked about their experiences. Mary lost her parents. She wanted to become a superhero for her sister, not realizing that Golden Boy had lost his brother. He gave Mary a piece of advice. Being a hero is not what you think it is. If you really want to be a hero, you have to do it for yourself. Although Mary didn't understand, but it seemed to make sense to her. Then they went to a nightclub. Golden Boy's girlfriend took off her gloves. She just touched the security guard at the door. She was invited in without any problem. However, they would never have imagined that this seemingly ordinary fun and games had led to today's big trouble. Under the stimulation of the euphoria drug, Luke seemed to see his brother in the jungle, and he kept screaming for help. And Andra was trying to pick up a pretty girl, flips a coin and turns into a hummingbird, and he was about to deliver it to the man's cup. And then, just then, he was suddenly hit by someone. The hummingbird slit the throat of the girl. There were screams. Andra was so scared, he didn't know what to do. Jordan went up to him and suggested that he should just walk away. Mary saw the scene, suddenly remembered her mother. She subconsciously maneuvered the blood back into the woman's body. In a flash, she accidentally revived him. The scene was captured on camera by onlookers. The video became an instant hit on the internet. Mary became a hero for her actions. She even received an interview with her professor. But I never expected. The professor simply fired Mary, because what happened last night almost killed someone. Someone had to take the blame. The others are all future superheroes being groomed by the academy, so the professor. Since Mary killed her parents herself last night, He must have accidentally slit a woman's throat. Mary's sense of perspective instantly crumbled to the ground. What kind of school is this? When he calmed down, he felt he had to go to the professor and ask for an explanation. But as soon as Mary pushed open the door to her office. But Mary just pushed open the door of the office and saw something even more bizarre. The golden boy had burned the professor to ashes, and he kept on explaining. Mary wanted to say she didn't see anything, but golden boy was already burning with desire. He turned around and ran away, but he accidentally bumped into Jordan, who can change gender. And the next moment, the first and second place in the school had an invincible fight.
Go now! Go!
Golden Boy chased him out of the building. He happened to see the media filming the scene. He knew he had lost his chance, so he said sorry to everyone. Then he flew straight into the sky. He blew himself up into a ball of fireworks. Mary. She's just been at school for 3 days and she's already encountered so many strange and bizarre things. How many secrets are hidden in this school for future superheroes?